fellow classmates. My name is Parker Riggs, and this will be my demonstrative speech. We have our audience tonight. Have you ever found yourself with a date after the big game and nowhere special to go eat? Well, I have the perfect solution. Impress the girls on the field and in the kitchen with an elegant dish of shirred eggs. I chose this dish because it is easy to make and it can be made with whatever ingredients you have available. It contains eggs, fresh vegetables, fruits, and has one of my personal favorite foods, cheese. This dish is a good source of fiber, vitamins, and minerals. It's low in cost, convenient to make, and takes very little time from start to finish, which is important for today's busy families. And you can even put your own twist into it. Mediterranean, Italian, Greek, or Mexican. It will work with your favorite cuisine. Today, I'm going to be making shirred eggs with the Mediterranean twist. It is a baked egg dish with red wine vinegar, olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic powder, tomatoes, freshly sliced pancetta ham, butter, sauteed mushrooms, green onions, and basil, all layered on top of toasted Italian bread, and then covered with a mixture of Italian cheeses and drizzled with heavy whipping cream, and then finished under the broiler in the oven. Like me, if you want, you can present it with fresh fruits to complete this nutritious dish. Eggs are an important breakfast item. Today, I'll be presenting information on the storage and nutritional value of this almost perfect food. I'll be discussing these areas while preparing for you a classic Mediterranean shirred egg dish. But when cooking any dish, it's especially important to be sanitary. So I'm going to throw on a little bit of hand sanitizer. Alrighty. We've already toasted our Italian bread and started the marinade to our tomatoes and our red wine vinegar, olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic powder mix. It is believed that Christopher Columbus brought over the first egg-laying hens to America. Today, Americans eat nearly 10 billion eggs a year. That's 26 million every single day. In major egg-producing states, such as Iowa, flocks of 100,000 egg-laying hens are not uncommon, and some flocks can even number to more than 1 million. Eggs are a big business in the United States, and a major part of the agricultural economy. In 1970, the Egg Product Inspection Act put the United States Department of Agriculture, better known as the USDA, and the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, in charge of overseeing and ensuring all safe egg products in the United States. In 1994, this responsibility was given to the USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service. Eggs are used in everything from mayonnaise to meringues and from marshmallows to soufflés. They are an excellent food source because of their high protein and low cost. In the kitchen, eggs are binders and can emulsify dressings, thicken sauces, clarify soups, provide color and flavor, and can serve as a garnish. Eggs are usually associated with breakfast, but are used in a variety of dishes. The dish that I'll be preparing today is very nutritious and includes all 5 of the food groups. The grains are in the bread, the vegetables provided in the mushrooms and the Mediterranean twist, the fruit in the garnish, the dairy in the heavy whipping cream, the protein in the ham, and of course the egg. This total recipe serves 1 person and provides 682 calories. Today we're using pancetta ham, which is a smoked ham that is cut from the belly of the pig. It's very important to make sure that the ham is hot so all of the flavors are released. Alright, this ham looks like it's about finished, so we're going to go ahead and throw it on top of our toasted bread. Eggs should be stored at temperatures below 45 degrees. Did you know that eggs stored at room temperature will age more in 1 day than they will in an entire week of proper refrigeration? A carton of fresh, uncooked eggs will keep fresh about 4 to 5 weeks beyond the package date if they are handled correctly. Eggs will also absorb the flavors of other foods, so be very careful what you store them with. And they should be stored in their original carton inside the fridge. Next, we're going to saute our mushrooms, green onions, and basil until they are al dente, which means salt to the tooth. So we're going to make sure that they're nice and tender. Stir these around. Get some butter in there. we must always follow food safety guidelines in the handling of eggs. The primary bacteria for concern is Salmonella, and it usually occurs in chickens. First, we must make sure that we have clean hands and a sanitized workstation. Do not cross-contaminate, and the USDA does recommend that all eggs should be cooked until both the yolk and the egg whites are firm. Never leave an egg dish at room temperature for more than 2 hours. This includes the time it takes to cook it and to serve it. If it enters the temperature danger zone, which is between 41 and 135 degrees, bacteria will grow rapidly in this zone. The amount of bacteria can actually double every 20 minutes. Food left too long in this range can make people very sick. And it is a good idea to use pasteurized eggs, which means that they have been exposed to heat prior to the packaging process to kill all the germs and bacteria. Alright, these mushrooms look like they're good, so we're going to go ahead and put these on top of our pancetta ham. Make sure we get all those in there. And the food plate says that we should have 3 cups of vegetables per day, and that's a great way to get vegetables into a meal. Now we're going to cook 1 egg, sunny side up, and then we're going to place the egg on top of our mushrooms, sauteed ham, and toasted bread. We're going to break apart the albumin, which is the white portion of the egg, to make sure that it's all the way cooked. Eggs are a protein, and when proteins cook, they coagulate, which means they get firm. Eggs go from a liquid to a solid. Other popular ways to cook eggs are pan-fried eggs, poached eggs, boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, and the traditional sunny side-up eggs. Eggs contain the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, as well as all of the B-complex vitamins. They are rich in minerals. The American Heart Association has raised its allowance of eggs from 3 to 4 per week because of the latest finding, which shows that today's eggs have 22% fewer milligrams of cholesterol. In a typical egg, the yolk has about 3/4 of the calories, most of the vitamins and minerals, and all of the fat. The egg whites have about half of the protein and riboflavin. Egg whites do not contain calories and are often used in dishes to reduce fat. Eggs contain one of the highest quality food proteins known to man. It's only second to the mother's milk for human nutrition. This egg looks like it's about finished, so now we're going to put it on top of our mushrooms. And now we're going to take these marinated tomatoes, layer them on top of our egg. Drizzle some freshly grated cheese. Finish off the dish with a little bit of heavy whipping cream. And now we're going to put our dish in the broiler so it can golden. You should have at least 2 cups of fruits per day. I've chosen to add grapes and some apple slices to this dish. You can choose whatever fruits you prefer. This is a healthy addition to this delicious dish. So now, let's go over a summary of our dish. Eggs are a major part of the agricultural economy in the United States. Eggs are nutritious and are a good source of vitamins and minerals. The American Heart Association recommends to have 4 eggs per week. Eggs have a variety of uses in the kitchen and in the home. This recipe is easy to make and is extremely quick, and it's also very delicious. Alright, this egg looks like it's about finished, so now we're going to pull it out of the broiler. And Dr. Need, and if you had any concerns, or if anybody had any questions, yes, football players can cook. Thank you.